What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked #1 in innovation for 10 consecutive years and #2 among public universities for employability, ASU isn't just ahead of the curve. It's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
This world were mine.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up.
John J. and Rich. Coffee machine's broken in the radio station. There's two coffee machines, because, I'm new to the coffee world, so I like to have my coffee before, kind of during the show a little bit. Now I can't. I don't know what to do.
I know. What is this going to do to our day?
I know.
I was literally about to go get coffee right before the show, and so you just ruined the rest of my day. So I feel like we need to just DoorDash Starbucks.
Can someone pull up in a coffee truck? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Just for like one cup of coffee. Anyway, our phone number is 877-937-1047. Text to show, text JJR, whatever you want to say, to the number 96893. We dropped our couples podcast over the weekend. We're going to do it every Sunday. The first one featured Rich and Stacy. Anybody listen to it?
I did.
I didn't get a chance.
I listened. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was fun to hear Stacy. She's so funny. I love how she I feel like, was using radio terms that I was picking up on, and it made me LOL.
She did?
Yeah.
She did? What radio terms?
At least I thought so. Or maybe not necessarily radio terms, but things that I've learned being in radio that I noticed Stacy doing.
Like theology?
Not wanting to go backwards. You know what I mean? Things like that. And I just thought it was cute.
I have 8 minutes left. And I enjoyed it tremendously.
I thought she did an awesome job. I teed her up a lot because she has lots to say. And when we were done, I'm like, see, people don't know the side of you. And she's like, well, I really only tell you these things. I'm like, well, then that's good that you can say it on a microphone and people can get to know your personality.
That's what she said. She was like, now I have a platform to tell all of my
settle
I
down.
cannot.
Well, she was really funny. There's a lot of really funny things she said. But I was telling Rich this morning, I said, it was a great podcast. I said, but it was almost like he was the host and interviewing her. I wanted them to get, to get into whatever. At one point, when somebody asked the question to her, why did you get married a second time? And when she starts talking about Rich, I got all emotional. I thought, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Then he just goes on to the next question. I wanted to hear from him now. You know what I mean? Because it was so awesome. I almost think you're uncomfortable because she was complimenting you too much.
You're lying. Get out.
But it was really, I LOL'd out loud a couple times.
Oh, that's good.
When you you didn't know anything about her.
Well, her work is mysterious and important.
Anyway, it's on if you go to John J. and Rich On Demand, you can hear that podcast. Now, which one of us is next? Did we decide?
I don't know if we've decided.
We didn't decide, but I said I would be down to do it.
Okay, so then your podcast with Kadeem will be next Sunday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, very cool.
And if people have questions, they should send us.
Yeah. We'll post all the stuff. We'll post on Facebook and Instagram when to ask Peyton and Kadeem all the questions.
Yeah, what I kind of think I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of those little highlight things on Instagram on our story, so you can just go tap on it and ask all the questions under each couple.
Good. I noticed something yesterday. If I'm right, over the weekend, Peyton went to the same restaurant that Rich went to and a different restaurant that I went to. In fact, yesterday, I think you and I went to the same restaurant the same day within minutes of each other, I think.
Really?
Because I even asked my wife, I said, how many of these restaurants are in town? She was, I think one. And I go, oh, then I think Peyton and I, we must have just missed each other. I'm talking about true food.
Oh my gosh, no way. Because literally, I was with my brother and my friend Angel. She goes, hey, that guy looks like John Jay. And I looked, and I was like, that's not John Jay.
Did it walk funny? If I was walking funny and I was...
No, it was the guy that I saw was definitely not you. So I think she saw you, and I saw a different guy.
What time were you there?
Like 1:15.
Yeah, we were there. Like, how long were you there for?
An hour.
Yeah. Were you outside or inside?
Inside, right by the door.
I was outside.
Okay.
In the patio.
Yeah, she probably did see.
What?
That's crazy. You guys were in the same place at the same
That's
time?
actually really weird.
Okay, so get this. So we're in this little patio area, my wife and I. And you know, obviously we have the Love Pup Foundation. We're huge dog lovers. There were two, I'm going to call them Karens. The best way you can think of an image in your head of a Karen. Okay, there were two of them. They both had little dogs sitting next to them. And both dogs, for no reason, would be barking and would bark periodically, but quickly, like a lot. And these women would just laugh and ignore the barking. And within a few minutes, their whole side of the patio cleared out. People left because of them. And then I noticed that they were rude to the waitstaff. They were so rude. So I had the same server that they had. And when she came over to me, I said, can I ask you, are those two women being really rude to you? And she was like, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but yeah.
Oh.
And I mean, they were so, like, I saw at one point, the lady went to go, the server went to go ask one of these women a question, and she was texting on her phone, and she didn't even look up until she was like, done. It was an uncomfortable 20, 25 seconds.
Yikes.
It was just rude. And then Blake, at some point, my wife, who was one of the nicest people in the world, said, you need to film that. You need to film them right now. So I filmed them, and then I was like, do I post this? Like, I want to post it, because I filmed them, and their dogs are barking, and then the one lady, Blake said it looked like she was waving, but to me it looks like she's covering her face. She's going like this, right? Because and I want to post and go, do you know these two women? Shame on them. Shame.
And you didn't yet?
I didn't yet, because I don't want to, all I need is everybody to make these comments. That's not very love up. That's what I would get. You know what I mean?
I mean, it isn't.
But I also want to alert everybody. Now, the other restaurant is both you guys went to Elefante.
You were at Elefante?
I was at Elefante.
I was
Friday.
at Elefante. Friday. I was there Friday.
What time?
Early, like 5:36, somewhere
so
around
you
there.
just missed me because I left at like 4.
Oh, you went early. Okay. That is a scene. I don't know what it's like in the middle of the day, but that is the most scene restaurant since Toca Madera, since Maple and Ash.
Oh, is it? I've never been to Toca, so I don't have a comparison for that. But when I walked in, it was still sunshine. It was a beautiful day on Friday, and they had like kind of the windows were open, so you got all of the fresh air. There's a lot of foot traffic. It wasn't crazy busy in there, but we sat at the bar. And I had an excellent experience. I had a wonderful lavender espresso martini.
Did you get the, my wife went there in the middle of the day, and it was the place to be seen, she said. And she says there's this, like, bread thing they bring out that's unbelievable.
With whipped eggplant.
Yes, that thing. Is that the thing? That thing I gave you a heads up, too, when you go.
Yeah.
I was like, make sure you...
If you don't even touch the whipped eggplant, the bread thing is like pizza dough, but it's all fluffy, and it's almost like somewhere in the middle of a quesadilla and a pancake in pizza dough. It's really good.
Yum.
If you're like on the bread train. But what we saw when we were there are a ton of what looked like first dates. And that's totally a place you would go because the bar is giant where you can sit around the bar and then all the tables around the bar. And I feel like I saw maybe 3 first dates go okay and 1 totally not go okay.
Really?
Where they were talking, introduced each other's big smiles, and then about 15 minutes in, they both just had their heads in their phones, and then they were out within 25 minutes of meeting. It was insane.
Listen, ladies, if you can get a man to take you to Elefante on a first date, you better keep him. That place was nice and it was
3 of them
pricey.
did. 3 of them did. But the food was good, though. It was a great place to watch people. That's for sure.
So, quick recap. The Couples Podcast is the same place where you get this podcast, John, Jane, Rich, on demand.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.